I am in the presence of the ghost of Christmas, yet to come.
You are about to show me shadows of the things that have happened not, but will happen in the time before us. Is that so, Spirit? I fear you more than any spectre I have seen, but as I know your purpose is to do me good, and as I hope to live to be another man from what I was, I am prepared to bear your company, and do it with a thankful heart. Will you speak to me? Lead me on, Spirit. This is the stock exchange. I have friends here.
No, I don't know much about it either way. I only know he's dead.
When did he die?
Last night, I believe.
I thought he'd never die!
What has he done with his money?
I haven't heard. Left it to his company, perhaps. He hasn't left to me, that's all I know. It's likely to be very cheap fuel, for I don't know anybody to go to it. Suppose we make up a party and volunteer.
I don't mind going if a lunch is provided, but I must be fed if I'm going to make an appearance.
I never wear black gloves, and I never eat lunch, so there isn't much in it for me. You couldn't have met in a better place. Why then, don't stand staring as if you were afraid, woman. We're not going to pick holes in each other's coats, I suppose.
No, indeed, we should hope not.
You first. Nothing of much value, I'm afraid. That'll be 7 shillings, no more. Done. Who's next?
I'm next.
Some sheets, some silver spoons, and some boots. In need of repair, but shan't be too hard to mend. £1, 1 shilling and an 8p.
£1, 1 shilling and an 8p?
I always give too much to ladies. It's a weakness of mine. That's your account. If you asked me for another penny, I'd repent of being so liberal and knock off half a crown.
And undo my bundle, Joe.
What do you call this, then? Bed curtains?
Ah, bed curtains.
You don't mean to say you took them down, rings and all, with them lying there?
Yes, I do. Why not?
You were born to make your fortune, and you'll certainly do it.
Don't drop those blankets on the dirty floor, old Joe.
Here's blankets.
Who else's, do you think? He isn't likely to take cold without them, I dare say.
I hope he didn't die of anything catching.
Don't you be afraid of that. I ain't so fond of his company that I'd loiter about him for such things if he did. You may look through that shirt till your eyes ache, but you won't find a hole in it, nor a threadbare piece. It's the best he had. They'd have wasted if it hadn't been for me.
What do you call wasting of it?
Putting it on him to be buried in. Somebody was a fool enough to do it, but I took it off again. If calico ain't good enough for such a purpose, it isn't good enough for anything. It's quite becoming to the body. He can't look uglier than he did in that one.
Spirit, I see. This case of this unhappy man might be my own. Let me see some tenderness connected to a death.
I wouldn't show weak eyes to your father when he comes home, for the world. It must be near his time.
Past it rather, but I think he's walked a little slower than he used to these few last evenings, Mother. I have known him walk with Tiny Tim upon his shoulder very fast indeed, but he was very light to carry, and his father loved him so, that it was no trouble. And there's your father coming at the door.
Don't mind it, Father, don't be grieved.
You went today then, Robert?
Yes, my dear. It would have done you good to see how green a place it is, but you'll see it often. I promised him that I would walk there on a Sunday. My poor child.
But I must tell you of the extraordinary kindness of Mr. Scrooge's nephew, whom I've scarcely seen once before, but when I met him in the street today, and seeing that I looked a little down, on which for he is the pleasantest spoken gentleman you ever heard, I told him, "I am heartily sorry for it, Mr. Cratchit," he said, "and heartily sorry for your good wife." How he ever knew that, I don't know. Knew what, my dear?
That you were a good wife.
Everybody knows that.
Well observed, my boy. Heartily sorry, he said, for your good wife. If I can be of any service to you in any way, he said, giving me his card, that's where I live. Pray come to me. It really seems as if he had known Tiny Tim and felt with us. I'm sure he's a good soul. But however, and whenever we part from one another, I am sure we shall none of us forget Tiny Tim, shall we?
No.
No, Father. Spirit, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of the things that will be, or are they the shadows of the things that may be only? Men's courses will foreshadow certain events, to which, if preserved in, they must lead. But, if the courses are departed from, the ends will change. Say it is thus with what you have shown me.
No, Spirit! Oh no, no! No! No, Spirit! No! They are not torn down. They are not torn down. Rings and all. They are here. I am here.
The shadows of the things that would have been may be dispelled. They will be. I know they will. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. I am as light as a feather. I am as happy as an angel. I am as merry as a schoolboy. I am as giddy as a drunken man. I don't know what day of the month it is.
Boy! What's today? Aye? What's today, my fine fellow? Today? Why, Christmas Day. Christmas Day. I haven't missed it. The spirits did it all in one night. They can do anything they like. Of course they can. Hello, my fine fellow.
Hello.
Do you know the poulterers at the street corner? I should hope I did. An intelligent boy. Do you know whether they've sold the prize turkey? Not the little turkey, the big one. What, the one as big as me? It's hanging there now.
Is it? Go and buy it, and tell them to bring it here, that I may give them directions where to take it. I'll give you a shilling. Come back with him in less than 5 minutes, and I'll give you half a crown.
Why, it's the turkey. Merry Christmas. Why, it's impossible to carry that to Camden Town. You must have a cab. This is the address. Send it to Mr. Bob Cratchit, and don't say who it's from. God bless you, and a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
A very good snowman. Poof! Oh! Ha ha! Got you! How do you do? I hope you succeeded yesterday. Pop down to my counting house tomorrow and I'll give you...
Lord bless me. Are you serious?
Not a farthing less. Have a Merry Christmas.
My dear nephew, I am looking forward to a glorious Christmas dinner. Bless my soul. I'm glad you changed your mind. Dinner's at 2 o'clock. Merry Christmas. What do you mean by coming here at this time of day?
I'm very sorry, sir. I'm behind my time. You are? Yes, I think you are. It's only once a year, sir. It shall not be repeated. I was making rather merry yesterday, sir. Now, I tell you what, my friend. I am not going to stand this sort of thing any longer. And therefore, I'm going to raise your salary! Ha 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 ha! A Merry Christmas, Bob. A merrier Christmas, Bob, than my good fellow, than I have given you for many a year. I'll raise your salary, and endeavour to assist your struggling family, and we will discuss your affairs this very afternoon, over a Christmas bowl of smoking bishop. Bob, make up the fires, and buy another coal scuttle, before you dot another I, Bob Cratchit. Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all, and infinitely more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was a second father. He became as good a friend, as good a master, and as good a man as a good old city knew, or any other good old city, town, or borough in the good old world. Some people laughed to see the alteration in him, but he let them laugh, and little heeded them. His own heart laughed, and that was quite enough for him. He knew how to keep Christmas well, if any man alive possessed the knowledge. May that be truly said of us, and of all of us. And so, as Tiny Tim observed,
God bless us, every one.